Let me get going. Today we're going to take over. I'm going to take you through my secret ad formula. You all saw an ad of mine. That's why you're here, to bolt on an extra 20K a month or more in your coaching business. I'm going to take you through specifically at the end, quick click ad format. I'm also going to get you really structured on driven marketing is actually much easier than you think. And it's not as scary as you think. If you do this, you're going to accelerate past anyone else in your niche. Can I get a hell yes going past anyone else in your niche? That would be pretty cool. Let's get down to it. As I said, you can answer any questions in the Q&A. It goes directly to myself. And the reason we don't have a chat box up is because sometimes you always get someone that is being funny, etc. So let's keep it straight line. Let's go. You're going to get this without losing a load of money and losing your mind in the tech, which you can obviously do. Just so you know, this is one of the core bottlenecks. This is the first bottleneck that we fix for our clients. There's no point increasing your lead flow without increasing sales and or the delivery vehicle that they go into. So those are the three key factors that we focus on. I grew my own coaching business. I had a very successful and still have my own coaching offer, which is now a full certification model to become a coach and a franchise in of itself. I grew my business from having a couple of clients to thousands of clients. That's exactly how I did it. I put thousands of people into my business with ads, and that's how I was able to do it really quick, right? And every single time I did a live event, I'd be like, Tony Robbins, I'm coming for you. The stage in a relatively short period of time, I was put alongside the amazing Tony Robbins, who is the best in our space. And it's not because of me, it's the process. Because I was running ads and I really got it. And most people never get it. So just so you know, we have thousands of positive reviews with the word love in it. Love. Our clients love what we do, right? And we were able to serve a lot of people. We were able to win an 8-figure award from ClickFunnels because of ads. That's how we are so profitable. And so because of that, I've been featured in a bunch of different magazines. I just got featured in Success Magazine specifically for ads. Okay. And so these are just some of them. I got a #1 bestseller in business motivation, and that's because of ads. I drove a load of ads to it. The same with Coaching Business Secret, #1 in that because I sold it with ads. And so look, I've been able to help and interview some of the best in that space because of ads. I fast tracked the process. All niches work. We got clients that have been able to bolt on easy 10K months in the hairdressing niches, speaking niche, mindset niche, salon niche, leadership niche, relationship niche, emotional eating niche, branding niche, leadership niche, military niche, law of attraction niche, weight loss niche, dating niche, video creating niche. We got thousands of clients that have done it. Every niche works. Electricity, spiritual, you name it, it works. So every niche works. When you hear people saying ads don't work in my niche, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just how to make it work. Your messaging doesn't work. But just a heads up, I know some of you hang in for a little bit, then you got to shoot. At the end of this, if you want to have a one-to-one session with one of my team, because you're here right now, you can get a growth formulated for you on a one-to-one consultation session. All you need to do is go to freegrowthplan.com and you can get access to that straight away. I'll just put the link up in the chat box. As I said, reason being because I know some of you just pop in and pop out and that you've got different things cracking off. So 1 second, let me just put that in the chat box. Here it is. This will go to everyone. You can click on that link there. And if you don't want to do that, but you'd like some free content and you'd like access to my free content, I opened up a live chat channel. You can join that there if you don't want a free session or you don't want a free growth plan. And again, regardless of whether we work together or not, walk away knowing exactly how to grow your business in the next 30 days using the COA system. If you are aligned and it makes sense for you, they'll walk you through what that put in there, what the investment is, what the support is. No pushy sales, just straight up if it's for you, and we'll tell you if it's not. That's it. Okay. So look, your current problem, right, let me move this out of the way. But your current problem is you can't grow your coaching business easily. You have most likely tried other ways, they haven't worked, which means you can't currently increase your revenue in your coaching business by an extra 50K to 100K per month. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. It needs to be different from what you're currently doing, or otherwise you'd already got that. So you can bolt on an extra 50K to 100K per month. There's 3 core problems, right? Because you can't just increase your lead flow. When you fix one problem, it leads to the next, like a bottleneck. And so at the same time, they're interlinked together and directly affect each other. So at the end, I'll show you the entire system. I'll show you how your messaging affects the sales and also affects the delivery, so that you have to harmoniously adapt them together. As you grow, you'll hit bottlenecks within your business, 3 core ones that we fix. So today I'll go through unscalable lead flow, because at some level, if you had scalable lead flow, you'd have more leads than you can deal with, more clients potentially wanting to work with you. That's a good place. That's what we need to get you to. So unscalable lead flow is no matter what level of business you're at, onboarding more clients consistently every month is a must. You need high quality clients at a click of a button without having to spend all day doing it. And so clients automation is a process which you can control so that you can turn on or off, depending again on how much lead flow you need. So the problem is unscalable lead flow. Scalable lead flow, obvious. However, there's a problem. Not all marketing is scalable. So we've got organic marketing, which is the content machine you have to feed, which which is never satisfied, versus paid. Once you set up it correctly, it can become a money printer. It has to be done right. Otherwise, the whole thing falls down. And you'll hear a lot of people that say ads don't work, ads don't work. They do. You just got to set them up correctly. So look, there's a problem. Not all marketing is scalable. This is where most get it wrong and do it in the wrong order, because most people go to organic first, then go paid. And I totally get it. I'm not hating down on you because it's free. The problem is, just because it's free, it damages your business. It's not free because it costs you your time. So it costs you the most expensive asset in the world, which you have a limited amount of. And so although you're putting no money into it, you're putting your time, which is arguably way, way more effective if you swap it the other way around. Okay, so look, I'm going to take you through these points: money, time, feedback, scalability, and headspace. These are the 7 core factors of which we design ads around. Organic on the left-hand side. However, it costs you a lot of time. Feedback, it's a long time to know if your messaging is landing. If you put stuff out, just because people subscribe or comment doesn't mean that they're a buyer. Doesn't mean they're actually going to opt in. Doesn't mean they're going to get their cash out and pay you. Right? Speed to the lead, right? Which means they're going to opt into something. Takes them a long time to join on your list because they see you organically posting and they know that they can choose to come whenever they want. Stability takes you years to build a decent size audience. Scalability is completely out of your control because it can be taken away from you at any time. Just because you have a social media organic audience doesn't mean that it can't be taken away, right? Your algorithm on every organic platform year after year after year after year gets worse, which means it's getting more saturated, which means that even if you have 5,000 people on an Instagram account year after year after year, you won't be able to put your post out in front of them. You get access to a very small percentage. Even people with huge accounts like 2, 3, 4 million, if you look at the engagement, they have less than 1%, which means they put content out and it doesn't go in front of those people that are actually following them. So the actual stability that you're building is very out of your control. And so I had an Instagram huge account and then it got taken away from me, it got hacked, and that was it. And you spend all this time building it and you go like, oh my God, I've got no options now, right? Headspace, overwhelmed because your content creation all the time, trying to pump out content. You see people on TikTok and then they're like, other people on marketers on TikTok going, you've got to post 800 times a day. So you become a full-time just posting content in a hope that someone buys from you, right? Versus paid. Look at the other side. Look, we help our clients easily design it around their budget so that they can get an ROI, return on investment, in the quickest way possible. Once set up, it costs you no time. My ads run day in, day out without me doing anything because they're there just churning. So that post, it's just like a post. It's forcing its way into people's feeds. I don't have to be there. That's how you have a completely automated business. Feedback is immediate response. We help our clients understand the feedback mechanism. Within 24 hours, you can know whether that ad is working or not and then fine tune. Cost per acquisition, lead cost. You can immediately see if it's good or if it's not good. Speed to lead, which means the time to get someone to opt in. You can immediately get in front of the 10% of any niche who have the money, have the mindset, and they'll either opt in or they don't. If they're opting in, they're putting their data in, they are a buyer. You might not buy straight away, that doesn't matter, but they are saying, I want this thing, right? Which means it's a completely different to like or follow. Those are like way down. You can't take a like, follow, or subscriber to the bank. It doesn't work. Stability, once you get one platform working, you can easily replicate on multiple platforms. We start our clients with Facebook and Instagram. This is the quickest feedback, and then we scale on YouTube. Never start on YouTube alone. There's too much variable there to get wrong. You could lose a lot of money. Scalability, it's in your control. You can completely control because you control how much you spend. And once you get your sales process dialed in, you can see exactly how much is it costing to acquire a client per acquisition, actual sale. If someone says, I want, you have a proper program. When you have a proper business, when people are paying you, and you only have a real proper business when you're beyond like 100K a year. It's just a little bit of a part-time business. It allows time to focus on the next bottleneck because you're freed up from that content. Got your content being delivered, automated, using ad rate in front of the right people, the right time, etc. Right. So look, the purpose here's where it gets more detailed, right? So you want to increase lead flow, marketing, organic versus paid. Okay. The purpose of marketing is what? To get high quality clients. You don't want shitty clients, right? So look, there's a deeper layer to this problem. We're going to peel that onion, baby. So look, high quality clients. You only want high quality clients in your coaching business who have the right mindset and the money, right, are ready to do the work and get the result. But that in turn attracts more high quality clients. The whole thing is just better when you have a higher quality person. But you don't want clients that need to be convinced thousands of times that they can do the thing that you want them to do because their belief structure is not going to be ready. They're not going to do the work. They're going to give up, right? And so therefore they make a bad client. You don't want clients who don't have the belief or riddled with self-doubt. Think about the people that follow you organically. All they're doing is sitting sitting there just churning free content over and over again. They need to be convinced 1,000 times they're not ready to buy. They don't have the belief. You want to be in front of buyers. You don't want broke clients that don't have the money. In every niche, there's 7.5 to 10% of those niches which are professionals. Professionals defined as directors, right? They have the money, they want to help, they want the help, they want to pay for the help, right? And so look, low quality client, and I'm not showing shade at people that have low income. It's just fact. You have to build a really successful business and then give your time for free to people that can't afford it. That's why for 6 years, built a business system for St. Mungo's Broadway, which has helped the homeless, that they had a system in place completely for free, helping homeless people be paying member of society. Quality clients versus high quality clients. Here's how the whole thing will scale. Low quality clients, low to no money, they need loads of convincing, low income earners, high time availability because they're not that busy, because they don't have a lot going on. They consume everything for free. They're the most unresourceful. They need the most hand holding, and they complain the most. Slow to decisions are slow to results. Versus a high quality client. Believe it's possible. Professionals that want the help, do the work. Low time availability because they're out doing stuff. They got a career. They need a fast, direct solution. Most resourceful. Just plan out what they need to do. They get on with it. Decisive. Thus, it's easier to get them results. So the whole thing works more effectively. So look, here's the global wealth pyramid. It states 85% of the wealth of the population is owned by 7.5% of the population. So look, that is where our high quality clients are. 10% of any niche is full with high quality clients, right? That's where they got the money, the mindset, professional, they got no time, they're time poor, and they just want to get on with it, want to be told what to do, right? On average, looking at between 80,000 and above. Those are ideal clients for your coaching program. Anything below that, low quality client, low money and mindset, low job status, want to consume everything for free. They're going to be the hardest. So look, who wins between organic and paid then? You're relying on people coming to you for free. You're relying on the algorithm to go out and get those people. You're relying on income generators, hopefully come and subscribe. So therefore, right, paid, once set up correctly, can become a money printer. Once set up, you can become a money printer. So look, what we do, we help our clients design a budget around the number of clients they need. That's the first step. So it's not going to cost them a lot of money. It then frees up their time so we can focus together on the sales process and refine. And then we help them understand their feedback from the ad. We increase the number of high quality clients. Speed to lead, we help our clients fine tune the cost per download that's optimal. Then stability, our client is left with a data-driven business that they control. Our client now then has total control over what they do. Headspace is freed up, work on increasing sales and delivery efficiency. So look, this can become 90 to 95% of your client flow. 90 to 95% of our client flow is driven through entire ads. So look, pay attention. Your content machine, once you're pissing on organics, once your paid ads are working, is what's exciting. Once your sales process is solid with paid ads, right, and you know your numbers, once your delivery is solid and your numbers are solid, then come back to your organics, add organic lead flow to your paid lead flow. So you can start reducing and liquidating ad costs, and it becomes even more profitable. Every single big business, you see that, right? But most people can't see that they're driving from ads and organic, and they're doing way more than you can ever realize. The majority are stuck because they choose organics first. And this is exactly what we do with our clients. We show them exactly how to bolt on paid traffic. Let me show you the COA system, right? What we do is leverage lead flow into one sales process, into one program. So keep it really refined, right? Into one, any leverage socials they have, drive it into one piece of content. It's not a webinar. So a simple download that's written in a very specific way. So it sets up the sale. A percentage of those go into a consultation, and then a percentage of those will join the program. Now, every step of that is scalable, right? The sales process, you can step away. Once your sales process is designed, you can get other people to do it. Once your program is refined, you can step away, automate that program, and just do live support. So your delivery should be 4 to 6 hours maximum a week, if that. And that is a total scalable system in place. But what's exciting when you're downloading, once they're seeing your ad, right, they're seeing a downloadable piece of content, collecting email address and phone number, and then you're building your client list. So you're building out your email list, which has real residual value. And you're driving those emails back the same sales process over and over again. And you sequence those messages in a specific way to set up the sale. Just let me just jump in and just show you this. What's important with the ad, okay, before I come into the formula, the quickly, is that you want just one ad first. And here's why. Because if you have too, like most people have tried ads, they go and take a course, and then that person teaches them 700 variations. I've tested thousands of variations, thousands. And when I started in the live, I started in the live events way before online was really kicking off. So people either turned up or they didn't. So I had a real metric. When I went into ads and Facebook first launched way before Instagram was even available, they didn't have that sort of data. They didn't have pixels. You couldn't track it. So I'd be running ads against old school email campaigns, just assessing who would turn up. So I figured out I did thousands of variations so my clients didn't do, and left me with one simple variation variation, simple ad I could use in any niche. Right? And so what's important is it has to be very specific around a problem. And then you're constantly measuring the data off the back of the download. Right? If people aren't downloading it, then there's something wrong with the ad. Right? And so therefore we tweak this together. These are in harmonious together. Now, once this is working well, because this is working well, as in the piece of download, good download score, the percentage are coming through to the next, then we're looking at show up rate. How many people are actually going to the next stage? And if your show up rate is low, that means that the content is not strong enough. Right? If your show up rate, the next thing that you do is not good enough, that means that this is not strong enough. So we need to get that stronger. And then we get that stronger, that becomes better. And so if your sales are low, you need to get that stronger and that stronger. If you're not closing at a good rate, obviously you need to understand how to close it and be great at consultations. We teach our clients how to do that. If that's low, you increase that, and you start qualifying harder so that you can spend more to be in front of an ideal client. I just want you to know, like I said at the beginning, once you solve one problem, the next problem, right? You can't just pump out leads without increasing the sales. And you can't just increase your sales and not look at how you're going to deliver it. They're very much interrelated. These three are interconnected, right? There's no point in getting loads of sales in and then you can't deliver an amazing result. There's no point getting loads of sales in if you can't take all of the calls, and then your delivery is taking, you know, like if you're stuck at, like, for example, 10 grand a month and you want to go to 20 grand a month and you're doing one-to-one, you can't do that sort of fulfillment because you can't double the amount that you're going to take per month. If you're doing one-to-one, say for example, you're doing 10 clients at 2K, for example, then do 20 clients one-to-one, doubling your delivery time. You've got no more time to do sales. So look, let me take you through the formula. You're going to love this. All right. Looking back up my slides to full. 1 second. We refine our client marketing message so it tracks high quality clients. We just have one ad process, so it's not overwhelming. So we can easily tell if it's working. We start our clients flow on Facebook and Instagram. The reason being it's the quickest to get the feedback, and then we scale on YouTube because it's the quickest, as I said. And advanced level, we scale them up in YouTube ads depending on how much lead flow they need. Right. So we support them so they don't have to worry about any of the setup. We've got a full tech team 24/7 available for our team. It's super simple. We show them exactly how to monitor it so they understand it, because if you don't understand it, then you're just lost. We use one ad process. Right. Let me show you the quick click ad. You're gonna love this. All right. Ads don't work if they're not niche focused. Ads don't work if they're not age specific. Ads don't work if they're not female or male focused. So if you've got a fitness offer, you can't aim at male and female. You have to be male or female. If you've got a relationship offer, you can't aim at male and female. Even if you've got a mindset offer, do not aim at male and female, one or the other. Far more to target both. You know, we help our clients pick a very specific niche. The ads work very quick. The more specific, ads don't work if you're telling them to do multiple things. They're advertising to a live, you can't run ads to a live webinar anymore, or automated webinar. You've got the feedback, unless you've got buying verification, right? So automated, depending on how good it is, it needs, we don't introduce a webinar until we've gone through 3 stages of content, right? Downloadable, right? Live, and then automated. Automated second, live third, but live is just to the list. Like, you guys joined my list, saw a piece of content, and now you're in our list. Ads don't work if you're talking about yourself. Ads don't work if they don't push away your non-ideal client. So look, on the opposite side of that, the reverse, how do they make them work? Niche focused, write this down. Age specific, very specific. The more specific age category, the better. Male or female focused, but not both. One main focus. The goal of a quick click ad is that we design it so that our client, so it's literally designed so that the person seeing it, the ideal client, has to click the ad to get the free content. That's the whole thing is about, nothing else. Not about your program. Don't be talking about your program. Talking about the free content, not about how you work with your client. I've seen so many shitty ads a lot lately. Oh my God, join my program. They're never going to join your program from an ad. It doesn't work like that. One piece of free content structured with the client's problem. That piece of content is not just a simple PDF. It's designed in a very specific way, and happy to share that on another session. Right? Social proofing yourself with your client's problem is the way you talk about yourself. It isn't about yourself. You're just socially proofing yourself without bragging. You push away non-ideal clients, you pull towards. You have to know who is your non-ideal. Like, for example, I don't want anyone that hasn't got the money or the mindset. It's just we're at a stage where we can only really focus on people that are great coaches. If you're great at coaching, or you've got a great mindset and you really want to go decisive, like, you're for us. But if you're like on the edge, you're skeptical, definitely don't come. That's exactly how we take our clients from unscalable lead flow to scalable lead flow. Okay, so someone like Laura bolted on an extra 26K in less than a month with the CRA system. Nilesh, an extra 53K in less than a month, bolted on an extra 53K with just this alone. Who's in the dentist niche, super specific, bolted on an extra 22K in less than a month. Nick and Rob, an extra 90K in less than a month. Lane bolted on an extra 63K in less than a month. Leslie bolted on an extra 25K in less than a month. I am 11.8K in less than a month. Colin bolted on an extra 36K in less than 3 months. Gary, 100K in less than 4 months. 63K, Dalcina in less than a month. Ben's bolted on an extra 30K in a couple of months. Miriam bolted on an extra 184K less than 6 months. So look, that's it from today's session. That is just under 25 minutes. That's how we roll. If you are struggling, really grow your coaching business, you can jump on and get your coaching business strategy session, which is a true value. We sell these on our consultancy website for $500. You get a deep strategic growth plan. You walk away with knowing exactly how to grow your coaching business in the next 30 days. It is 100% free. If you go over to www.freegrowthplan.com, have a limit on that. I do have a real life team. They're not AI bots. They're real humans, but they got to get paid for the session. So they will get paid and you get it for free. And look, regardless of whether we work together or not, you'll walk away with a growth plan so that you know exactly how to grow your coaching business at the level that you want. And look, regardless of, look, if you do want to have more understanding around the client's automation system, they think it's a right fit, they'll walk you through what that entails, what the investment is, how we support you, how long you get it for, what the assets are. You know, like we give you all my asset. I give you my call application, my live webinar funnel, my automated funnel, all the email sequences and templates. It's a business in a box. It's the legals, the GDPR, the contracts for your clients, you name it. It's in there, and it is a massive killer offer. I definitely jump in that 100% before we close it down. We're not doing this offer for a lot longer, just so you know. We are switching to a full franchise offer. You know, like if you jump in, we'll make sure that your contract is lived out, but it's not going to be up forever. No bullshit. And we've already started transitioning into our franchise. We're running it at the same time. Super exciting. So look, I'll take any of your questions whilst you have them. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, just if you don't want to do that, come and join my free Telegram live feed. Just opened it this morning. I was just testing it out, and you can do a camera shoot thing where you get your camera and you do that thing, and it will take you to Telegram. And Telegram is super cool because it's like, from what I can see from it so far, I can just basically drop you like little small soundbite that let you know offers that are coming up and or equivalent content that will help you to grow your coaching business. It'll only be related to people that want to grow their coaching business, and possibly mindset around coaching your business and stuff like that. Maybe some mindset around coaching and stuff like that. If you have any specific questions or specific topics, I'm more than happy to help you. Do a camera thing, right? And so you know what I mean? You open the camera, shoots the QR code. Okay, can I get a replay? I'm at work and my break just ended. Oh, Jacob, amazing. Look at you doubling timing. Very interesting concept, very organized and well put together presentation. It's simple, easy to follow. My pleasure, Jacob. Yeah, for sure. Jacob, if you screenshot Telegram thing, I'll drop the replay link in there for you. No problem. Ashley, my pleasure, my man. How do you transfer to YouTube from Facebook? How does that work? Eddie, so what we do, we get an ad working on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are the same. You're using the Facebook platform, targets to Instagram, and all of the other network are connected to Facebook. Facebook has a load of these apps. So for example, if you're running it in Facebook and Instagram, apps associated towards that, and people like click on your stuff initially, and then they re-click maybe a tube map, and you can be on the tube map above it, how much time you can set it up so that you can retarget them to follow them around the internet. But look, once the ad is working on Facebook and Instagram, what we do is just take the same ad and we upload that onto YouTube in the ad platform in that. Look, YouTube ads are more complicated. They're not just as simple as you just put an ad up and let it go. Google is a very sophisticated algorithm which you have to feed with relevant data on a monthly basis. So that's why we don't start, and that's why I would never recommend it. You see a lot of people in the coaching space selling like, oh my God, you need to do YouTube ads. If you haven't got a paid traffic offer working, never start with YouTube. I promise you, you'll lose so much cash. You have to get the message dialed in so that you can put that ad in front of people and you're getting like really good lead costs. It's costing you, £6, £7 to download something. Some of my clients, I was on one of my clients today, he has a back, he's getting leads for like less than £1, right? So for £50 in like a week, he was getting 50 leads. He got 150 in 3 weeks, 10 people on a call, right? So because there's a lot of interest in low back. So he closed 10 people out of 30, 40 people on a call, 10 people at 1,500, well over like, what is that? 15K. You spend $150, 15K. Now, as you start to scale, your lead cost is going to cost more. So we never, ever, you got to be careful, never equate someone else's lead cost to yours, because people are always like, what's a good lead cost? It's very individual. Everyone's offer is different. And also the algorithm treats everyone's offer different. Because like, say for example, you put out like a mindset offer versus a property offer, depending again on how many ads have been taken for those spaces will also dictate how much space and availability they have on their ad platform. So there's certain things we just can't compare. So I hope that helps. Eddie, let me know if that makes sense. Are your coaches literally going over our webinar and giving one-on-one feedback? Kathy, we have a process in place. So for level 1, that's a no. We don't go over your webinar because we don't start start you with a webinar. We start you with a downloadable piece of content. You don't need to start with a webinar. Webinar's too much content, right? If your message is not dialed in, but it depends on how much are you doing per month at the moment. It depends on how much you're banking. If you're already doing 20K a month and your webinar is refined, we can refine that further. And yes, we can give you feedback on that. We've got 2 levels to our program. It's actually not about the webinar, it's the consultation call. So most coaches that I go through, they think their webinar is good, but it's shit. And the reason it's shit is because their calls are shit. It's the nicest way to say it. They're just not very good at understanding the client problem. So for example, if we look at the sale consultation, if we listen to the sales, so what we do, a lot of people don't, we go through your consultation sale. So that's where we refine the message. Because if I listen to how you were taking a client through, I was able to spot 8 of ways of which you were not actually tying down the client, not actually understanding the client problem. And in turn, you just take that piece of content, you take that and put that into the webinar. And that's why it gets better. Like our front end webinar is 11 minutes. Like it should be really quick. You don't want a long drawn out webinar. Kathy, if you join the Telegram group, I'm happy. I'll share you my 10-minute webinar formula. Vice versa, jump on a free growth plan. One of the team can help you get clarity on that. How about a Facebook ban? We've got resources to get you out of a ban for sure. We have a lot of clients that join with Facebook bans. We had a client recently join. They'd spent 5 grand on an agency. They weren't able to get their page back. We got their page back. Guys have spent millions on Facebook. I've been banned so much. You know, like we've been through the process, left, right, and center. There's nothing that we haven't thought of. We've got to get your account back process. If you don't have a payment processor, do you give info on that when you start? Tony Reno, if you don't have a payment processor, you could Stripe is for free, my man. Run it through Stripe. That is a payment processor. You give info on that when you start. Do you mean me or do you mean you? What do you mean? I'm not quite sure on that. But if you're saying you don't have a payment processor, just use Stripe. It's super simple. John, thank you. Great info. Pleasure. Is the training all pre-recorded videos with a step-by-step on how to implement your system one-to-one or one-to-one mentorship? Jump in on a free growth plan and my team will take you through the system so that you understand exactly what that is. It has very personalized help. It's not one-to-one. It's modules, but you get 4 live clinics every single week. There aren't loads of people on those clinics, and we get an accountability tracker and a business stats tracker. So what we do with that is that every single week you're filling that out, and we can refine your message off the back of that. And if there's any problems with that, that's when you get personalized help. Does that make sense? I have to create a 10-minute. Watch your YouTube video on it. Since I have to create a 10-minute webinar before I speak to your team, would mind sharing tips on the 10-minute webinar? The beginning part. Should I skip my intro and go immediately to 3 secrets? I would never use the 3 secrets. Even the word 3 secrets is 100% ripped off Russell Brunson, because look, not that I don't love Russell Brunson. He's amazing, but he has sold hundreds of thousands of people in the secret webinar, and he's sold hundreds and 200, 500,000 books now. But everyone's seen the 3 secrets. So when you say like, hey, these are the 3 secrets, everyone's like, oh, switch off, you're just tank. So don't use 3 secrets. You don't even need to do my 10-minute warm. Just tell them what they don't need, tell them what they do need. It's a much simpler way. Look, here's what you don't need. Boom, 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 boom. Here's what you do need. Boom, 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 boom. Much simpler. If you could please share a few tips. Thank you, and looking forward to joining the student team. I'd get right to the point. If you don't have, again, like, so we put a webinar in once you get real good stats. Okay. And so once you get really good stats, then you can, there's 2 sorts of webinars. That you're seeing a longer form webinar because you're in my list, right? But you're my front end cold straight into automated webinar is now 11 minutes. I mean, it has been 4 minutes with like, here's what you do, here's what you don't do. Bang. Hardly any social proof in it. People are really tired of like hearing, like slow drawn out stories about someone else doing it. Like, you don't need thousands of testimonials. We got thousands of testimonials. We only use like just our current one and just a couple, not loads. You don't need them. And we've got clients with no testimonials at all. Think about like when everyone is doing the same thing, you have to do the opposite. Think about how authentic is. If you're worried and you've only got like a couple of clients that are really good, that's super authentic. You're going to really, you remember when we're targeting high quality individuals, have the money and have the mindset. We don't want people that need to be convinced. You don't want to work with people that they need to speak to your clients. They need to do this. Nah, massive limitation. Tony, I meant me. Cool. Yes. Let me know how you get on. I'm excited to hear, and I'm happy to have you as a client. I think you'll be amazing. Will you give us a template? What do you mean? Yeah, just copy that, which I gave to you. Just watch it on the replay and just copy that. More detailed, but that is in my paid program. So we help structure the message, we help you pick the niche, detailed module. So, but you've got the overview structure. Then if you want help finding specific niche, finding specific wording, that's what we get paid for, What systems do you use? We run everything through ClickFunnels, and we use Lead Pages. Lead Pages used to, got rid of them. If you have, you can map it over to that already. We don't necessarily think you have to use, but just you can use the same page format. Landing page format is really simple. And then we use Kajabi for the online portal. It's the safest one. You know, like I would get paid more from affiliate if I recommended other ones. But honestly, Kajabi is solid. No one can rip your program out. You don't want to put all the work, create an amazing online program, and then just some hacker rips it all out. Has happened when you use cheap software. And all of these softwares, they all target, I can't remember the one that's really cheap. There's a couple of online programs that are really cheap. If they're cheap, they're not secure. If they're not secure, you put all this time to save a couple of bucks and then someone rips your program off. Hi Ed, thanks for another great training. Pleasure. Once we're in the program, does your team provide hands-on help with the FB ad, turning off the ad and our content? Yes, Kevin, we've got a full team. So you have so a lot of programs out there we looked at, our competition, they don't provide support. So what we do is have 2 tech specialists 24/7, and we train. Look, it's not like someone compared us to Apple support. Now, Apple turn over $1 trillion. We do not turn over $1 trillion. However, what we do is we teach you how to look at your ads via Loom videos. You're going through modules, any problems you have, you talk to us via Loom. This is really important because you're going to have an online business. You need to be able to teach other people, like other outsourced consultants, etc. You need to teach them to manage your business over Loom videos. So it's not over the phone. So just be clear, we don't talk to people over the phone. It's Loom live. Any question you have, you can ask us all day, 24/7. We're there going blah 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 blah. You see my live group, it's like tech, and we have live tech clinics as well, access to my live team, and they are helping you to do it. And it's not difficult. We have simplified the process, but I get it that people do worry about that. So we really have. When we close your program to support the support, I mean, when will you close your program? Kathy, I'm closing it down. We are going to close COA. I mean, at the moment, it's not for this. We're still opening. We're taking clients for this year. Right? It's refined. We did a last refinement just before this year. So it's 8.0. 9.0 is like most up to date. We've been running a franchise at the same time. We're going to probably transition full to franchise maybe the 24 franchise. And the franchise model, if some of you want to join our franchise model, you're more than welcome. That is a much higher price point, and you pay us 10%. We run everything for you. We run all your ads, we run the setter, we run the whole thing. You can only be an emotional intelligence coach. So the whole thing is trademark. You get RIP. We support you. It's amazing for the right person. A lot of you here are going to have your own stuff. Just so you know, it's an investment of 50K. That's our first pricing at the moment. It will go up. That is a continued 10% revenue on a monthly basis. We support you with everything. You end up with the client. Okay, we help you, support you, everything that you need so that you can consistently have business without having to do anything. Is your service to set up for a done for you or done with us? Eddie, it is at the moment, our clients and automation system is a done with you. You get our assets, you get all the funnels, the application, you have to set it up, but we're here to help you set it up. Bringing up tonight via Josh, very excited to have you, William. Super excited. Teachable, that was it. Anjay, Ed, do you use that Teachable online? No, that's the cheap one. Teachable is really easy to hack, and we've had a couple of students that created a great program, then they got hacked in Teachable. So yeah, we use Kajabi. Do you find Kajabi? So Kajabi, Kathy, I wouldn't recommend anything bar Kajabi. It's the best. Sure, let's get managed scaling so we don't get everyone with client calls. Eddie, that's what we do. We show you how to do that for sure. Thanks, guys. I'm going to shoot an amazing session. www.freegrowthplan.com. If you want to have a one-to-one session with one of my team, they'll show you exactly everything the system does. You can decide whether you want that or not. Walk away with exactly knowing how to grow your coaching business in the next 30 days. Fine for you. If you don't want that, click the little thing and join the Telegram channel. And I got to shoot.